Thank you for letting everybody know that I was running late. And to like, share, and subscribe. I appreciate that. Kailash said he was going to be here also. We'll see. Okay, so there was a song that came with this reading. What was it, Spirit? Oh, Lord. I think I used the other phone. What was the song, Spirit? Can you pull? Can I see your phone? NAMASTE. Where's YouTube? No, thank you. Okay, the song is called Friend of Mine. So let me tell you how that goes. This is going to be an eclipse reading for this solar eclipse we're having on the 21st. We just had the new moon, and it was also a partial eclipse. And right now, from my understanding of what I've read and what I've studied about these eclipses, they're destined. They're basically meant to put you closer to your destiny. And so the best way to handle this eclipse is not to try to manifest anything, but to sit back and allow the universe to do its work. Just let the universe do what it's going to do. Hey Kailash, how you doing, sweetie? Right now there could be some tower moments. There could be some situations that show up in life unexpectedly to shake up your world, not to tear your world apart, but to put you on the right course towards your north node, towards your life purpose. Okay? So just be ready and don't fight it, because trying to control it is the worst thing you can do during eclipse season, because you can't fight fate. You just can't. There's certain things that are meant to happen at certain times in our lives, and they're going to happen. How we handle them is going to depend on our destiny. Okay, that's what it comes down to. Okay, the song that I got for this reading was interesting. It's called Friend of Mine. Friend of Mine. It's by Cameron Marlowe, one of his newer songs. And it goes like this. Heartache. Hold on one second. Holy Spirit, can you please help me to get a reading, an accurate reading for this collective that will help us to grow, help us to learn more about ourselves, to become the highest version of ourselves, to change parts of ourselves that need to change, to let go of parts of ourselves, parts of our lives, people, situations, jobs, whatever those things are, to let go of them. Maybe habits. Maybe we have habits we need to let go of. Whatever it is that we need to let go of during this eclipse season, help us to have the courage and the strength to let it go, and not to try to control it, not to try to hold on to it. And just use whatever you need to use as far as gifts that you've given me, and make them stronger for the purpose of your glory and for the greatest good of the collective who might see this video now or in the near future, in any time in the future. All right, here we go. Heartache is a friend of mine. We go back a long time. We pour a couple stiff drinks and talk until we fall asleep. We've always been thick as thieves. We're probably always going to be. We get along just fine because Heartache is a friend of mine. You may think I ride alone, nothing but a rolling stone, flying like a lonesome dove, but I'll tell you one friend's enough. We've always been right as rain. Some things they don't ever change. We get along just fine because Heartache is a friend of mine. Oh, so throw me to the wolves and tie my hands behind my back. I'm used to making hell good company, I've been through it all before. It's just another scuff on my boots. My shadow ain't no stranger to me. No, I ain't as alone as I seem, 'cause heartache is a friend of mine. We tend we tend to toe the same line. When the world is mean and cold, we stick together, brother close. Once he's there, he never leaves. But he don't really wear on me. We get along just fine, 'cause heartache is a friend of mine. Whoa, so throw me to the wolves, tie my hands behind my back. I'm used to making hell good company. I've been through it all before. It's just another scuff on my boots. My shadow ain't no stranger to me. Oh, I ain't as alone as I seem, 'cause heartache is a friend of mine, always a friend of mine. So you're somebody who's been through hell in your life, and your heartache has been a friend of yours. But I think that's what it's time for you to let go of. I think it's time for you to stop allowing heartache to be a friend of yours. That's what I think. But let's see what the spirit thinks. Alright. For one thing, I'm going to cut off all notifications on this phone right here. I got my security camera working again in my front yard. I'm so happy without having to break another ankle. ADT came out and did it. Kudos to them, and they did it for free. They actually installed a brand new camera because the one that I had was on its last leg, and I did not know that. Anyway, how do I get do not disturb on this iPhone, Spirit? Let's see. Heartache should never be a friend of yours. At times, you know, we have to go through heartache, and some of us more than others. It just is what it is. But I was talking to someone on Messenger the other day, and they were telling me that I sounded like someone who had been through a lot in life and had not allowed it to make me hard, but had continued to be soft, you know, to have a soft side to me. And that was such a compliment. It made me feel really good, because it's true. If I sat here and told you my whole story, I could probably write 2 or 3 books about all the shit that I've been through. But I don't allow it to define me, because then it would win. And the stuff that's happened to me doesn't define who I am. It's just stuff that I had to endure. It's stuff I had to go through. But I don't have to allow it to continue to be stuff that I have to go through. So I choose to let it strengthen me, to let it make me have more integrity, to have more character, to have more compassion, to have more empathy, to have the positive things that I can get out of difficulties in life. I don't use it as an excuse to be an asshole or to be miserable. Alright, so you said your shadow. I heard in the song that you're no stranger to your shadow. So I want to look at that, because I think that that's important that we look at that for some reason. Let's look at your shadow and see what it is that... Talk to me, Spirit. How did this happen to this person when it comes to their shadow? Yes, please. How did it happen to the collective when it comes to our shadow? Disconnected and not being forceful. So it's like we just didn't care. The cards fell out. Unstable and empty in reverse came out. So you could have felt very unstable at times, like mentally unstable, physically unstable, and so full of instability. You could have just felt really full of instability. Alright, talk to me, Spirit. How did this happen to the collective? Yes. How did this happen? cowardly came out in reverse. So some of us have been cowardly in the past, or maybe still are slightly cowardly. Maybe there's a part of us that's a coward. All right, what's being hidden? That you're childish and you make excuses. Collective. Secretly, there's people in this collective or are dealing with people who are childish and make excuses. And they maybe pretend like they're not cowardly, but they're cowardly. Also, judgmental. What's being shown? That you're not ruthless. You're comfortable and not ruthless. Uncomfortable and ruthless came out in reverse. So maybe you're uncomfortable with how ruthless you can be. Whew. And what's going to be the outcome? You're no longer going to be silenced. You're going to speak up. You're going to talk to somebody about this. And you're going to be, manipulation came out in reverse. You're going to stop manipulating situations. Wow. What powerful shadows we have here. Some of us are cowards, or used to be, or partially still are. Secretly, we're childish and make excuses. Or, I mean, you have an intuition, and I want you to use it. This could be you making excuses to your children for why you weren't being ruthless, for why you were comfortable not being ruthless, or why you were uncomfortable with being ruthless. And you're not going to be quiet about it anymore. It's almost like there's something you've been keeping secret and making excuses about. You're no longer going to be silenced anymore. All right, so we see the shadow aspects that you have become okay with, and also no more manipulation. All right, talk to me, Spirit. How are you working? Perseverance came out, collective. Spirit's helping us to persevere, to forgive, and to have loyalty. Because right now we have no peace in our life. And you're not going to have peace in your life until you forgive, persevere, and have loyalty. You can't give up just because shit gets hard. Just because things go bad. Just because someone makes a mistake or they do you wrong. You don't give up on them. You remain loyal. You forgive. You know who you are. And you know what I'm talking about. Alright, Spirit, what else do you want to do here? Talk to me. Talk to me. Talk to me. I'm being drawn to the Divine Energy Oracle. I want to see how Spirit's working in various aspects of our lives. How are you working in our home life, Spirit, during this new moon that's partially eclipsed? No, I'm sorry, it's a solar eclipse. So many eclipses, you guys. Just sit back and ride the wave, okay? This solar eclipse. How are you working in the solar eclipse? We have just recently had a lunar eclipse as well, like a couple days ago, the 19th. Alright, solar eclipse. Spirit at home, how are you working? Whoa, that's a lot of... At home, that's what I'm talking about. At home, you're focusing on your success and nurturing yourself first. That's beautiful. So at home, you're nurturing yourself first. You're taking care of your needs because you can't give from an empty vessel. You have to fill yourself up. If you're riding on an airplane, you need to put the oxygen on yourself if the plane crashes before you can save other passengers, right? Right. All right, let's see. Aldrian Gross, thank you for being here. Aaron, welcome. Thank you, Aaron. Thank you for being here, baby. Thank you. You're so sweet. Okay. All right. Home life, we're focused on our success and we're nurturing ourselves first. What about work? It's a lot of cards. I'm not feeling to take those. Work life, Spirit. I'm not taking those either. I want good, strong answers from the universe, please. Good, strong answers from work. There we go. You're getting a wake-up call at work. You're going to have to go with the flow. So something is happening at work that's giving you a wake-up call. You remember I told you that something might happen? You're going to have a wake-up call at work. And you need to go with the flow. When this happens, don't panic. Don't freak out. Go with the flow. You could have lost your job. Or you could have gotten in some trouble for not doing your job well. I mean, I don't know. But whatever's going on at work, go with the flow. Alright, surprises. Surprisingly, you're going to correct your mistakes. I feel that you made a mistake at work. And that was your wake-up call. And you're just going to go with the flow and correct your mistakes. And that's all we can do. That's why forgiveness is here. And don't give up. Remain loyal. Alright, what about love life? Face your adversities came out in reverse. Your adversities are those things that are tough. You're not willing to face your adversities in your love life. So you're not willing to face the tough stuff right now. In fact, I don't think Spirit wants you to. It's in reverse. Alright, what's our role? Strengthen your gifts and reflect on your truths in reverse. So you're going over and over your mistakes. You're correcting your mistakes. You had a wake-up call when it came to work. Go with the flow. Correct your mistakes. Don't face your adversities. Adversities are people or things that are not our friend. Heartache. Don't keep facing your heartache. Stop looking at the heartache in your love life. And stop reflecting on the truth. Yes, there were mistakes made, but you have to forgive. Alright, and what's going to be the outcome? Good, strong answers only, please. Thank you. Your outcome is going to be beautiful, collective. I love it. You're going to embrace your power and reach for the stars. You are going to embrace your power and reach for the stars, collective. I love that. And accept what is dying. So there's something that's dying and you're going to accept whatever that is. There could be someone in your life who is not well. Alright, let's pull some Moonology since it's, you know, it's a good deck to use. Home life. Ooh, that flew out. We're dealing with the mutable moon and the full moon. Surrender to the divine. Nothing is yet set in stone. So you're focused on your success, but Spirit says, surrender to me. Give it to me. Nothing is set in stone. Hold on, there's another card here. Nothing will come of this situation. During the void, of course. So, Spirit is saying, surrender to me. Nothing is set in stone at home. And nothing is going to come of the situation. So there's some situation at home, and you've been concerned about it. Spirit's saying, it's not set in stone yet, but nothing's going to come of it. All right, work life. A fiery climax approaches. Meditate and contemplate. Full moon in Aries and new moon in Pisces. Y'all, there's going to be a wake-up call at work, and it's going to end in a fiery climax. Spirit is working on someone having... If this isn't about your career, this is about how Spirit is working in your life. Spirit wants you to have a wake-up call so that you will go with the flow, get in flow through a climax. There's going to be a fiery climax, an Aries fiery climax, and you need to meditate and contemplate while this is going on. You remember I told you the universe is going to shake shit up. All right, surprises. Besides, you're going to correct your mistakes. You are good enough. See, making these mistakes has made you feel like you're not enough. That's a lie. You are good enough. Virgo's here. Full moon and Virgo is here. All right, love life. Oh. In your love life, your dream needs a practical plan. And your hard work is going to pay off. So if you'll come up with a practical plan in your love life, your hard work will pay off. But you got to come up with a plan. We'll get more on that, okay? All right, what's your role? Ooh, that flew out. A romantic cycle is about to begin. A new romantic cycle. And the answers you need are coming. Gemini's here. Full moon in Gemini and new moon in Libra. A lot of air going on in your role. So you're about to have a new romantic cycle in your life. You're going to start something new with someone you love or doing something you love. Solar plexus blockage. And the answers you need are coming. So you need answers. Your role is that you need answers. Spirit says they're coming. And you're going to have a new romantic cycle. What will be the outcome? It doesn't have to be someone in your love life. It could be anything in your love life. It could be something you love. For most of you, it's someone. It's time to take action. And it's time to release negativity. So, where you've been holding on to this negativity and feeling like you're not good enough, you need to just let that go, okay? Let the negativity go. Full moon in Scorpio, new moon in Aries, and adjustments are going to be required. So you're going to have to make some adjustments somehow in your life in order to see this all happen. All right, let's quickly look at what's going on at home. What's going on at home, Spirit? Do you really love them? You're asking yourself, do you really love them? Then wash, fold, and put away them damn clothes. Alright, what about your work life? Or how is Spirit working in your life? I'm not taking that floppy shit. There we go. They're still waiting. So somebody is still waiting. Okay? Remember, you're going to get a wake-up call. Somebody could call you and wake you up in the morning. Literally. And say, hey, I'm still waiting. Oh, shit, I forgot all about you. Something like that. And then you're going to end up having this fiery climax. Maybe you forgot you were supposed to pick the kids up for the weekend or something like that. And then it's going to cause you to really meditate. You're going to correct your mistakes. You're going to go do whatever you were neglected. So whoever you kept waiting, you're going to stop keeping them waiting. Correct your mistakes and know you are good enough. Okay? What about your surprise? One of you is doing too many fucking chores. So one of you does way more than the other. Or maybe you do more than everybody else. And that's a surprise? Why is that a surprise? Because fuck feelings. Because whoever is letting you do all this work knows they don't care that you're doing it all. They don't care. But you're going to correct this mistake because you're going to tell this person, you know what, I'm better than this and I'm not going to keep allowing you. You're going to set boundaries with somebody and say, I'm not going to keep doing it all. You pull your fair share. My feelings matter. Alright, love life. Wow, that's a lot. You're going to check yourself. You're playing with fire. Interrupting is for assholes. Let them finish. So you're going to stop interrupting. You're going to unplug. And you do not have this person all figured out. You think you have them all figured out, but you don't. Okay? What do you not have figured out? That somebody wants to go all in. And that you're on the same team. So you don't realize that this person really wants to go all in with you. And that y'all are on the same team somehow. You could be from the same tribe. You could just be very much alike. Alright, and what's your role? Your role is, I'm not going to bare my soul and I'm not going to do the dishes. Remember, you're not going to face your adversities. You're going to get the answers you need, and there's a new romantic cycle coming. Maybe you're going to get the answers you need about a new romantic cycle coming. You're not going to do the damn dishes and you're not going to bare your soul. Alright, what's going to be the outcome then? You're not going to forgive. Remember, I want you to forgive. You're not going to forgive or be forgiven. And this is going to cause you to be very anxious. It's going to make you not want to sit back and relax. Maybe that's the one you're doing all the chores, surprisingly. And you're going to demand respect and be like, hey, I'm not going to keep doing all this shit for you all the time. I'm not doing these damn dishes. And I'm not going to bare my soul about it anymore either. I'm not going to keep telling you that I need your help around here. And you're not going to agree to disagree because you're like, I'm not going to, no. I'm not even going there with you. I'm not going to agree to disagree. You need to stop sitting back and relaxing all the time. You don't do shit around here. And you're not going to fucking say it either. You're over it. Look, you're going to pack your bags. I think a new romantic cycle is beginning because you're done with this person. This person has been half-assing it. And somebody's about to get a wake-up call. Because somebody is still waiting for you to do your share, and they're to the point where they're like, I told my husband a long time ago, when I stop arguing with you, it's over. As long as we're still arguing, you have a chance. But when I get quiet and I have nothing left to say to you, it's over. And I meant that. And that day came. We had a therapist one time that told him, he said, it's like she has a roll of tickets, like they have at the carnival. And every time you come back and you want forgiveness, she gives you another ticket. He said, but one day she's going to run out of tickets. And she's no longer going to give you another ticket. And that day came. And that's what I see happening here. I don't think it's that they're not going to forgive you. They're just not going to give you another ticket. Because they're tired of you doing nothing. They're tired of you not being considerate of their feelings, of their wishes. And somebody's about to get a big ass wake up call. At home, what are the problems? Somebody plays hard to get, and there's age issues. Okay, what about at work? At work, you have issues from your past that you need to deal with, and you're not fixing them. Alright, surprises. Or somebody else does. Your surprise is that you have no expectations, and you're not passive, you're aggressive. And you need to be assertive. You need to learn to be assertive instead of being passive aggressive. Alright, and love life. You need to stop body shaming somebody. Either you're body shaming them or you're body shaming yourself, and that's got to stop. If you feel ashamed of your body, you need to start loving your body. And I suggest meditating, because it will bring your body back to its healthy state. If you'll align the energy centers in your body, it will bring your body back to its healthy state again. Alright, and your role? What's your role? What's your part in this? Whoa. You have a fear of touch. You've been seeking perfection, and you felt like this was too risky. Alright, and what's the outcome? You're going to be guarded so you don't get hurt. And you're going to be committed, but guarded so you don't get hurt. Or not committed. You're committed, but not committed. It's always like you're half-ass committed. And you can't change them. You can't change anybody. You can't even change yourself. And right now, you don't know what to do. You're indecisive. You're indecisive. Alright. So, unless something changes, I think you're fixing to have a huge wake-up call. And it's going to be that somebody is leaving. Because they're tired of the bull. They're tired of the bull crap. Show me how the collective feels about this person at home. There's a lot of sorrow, loss, and grief, and depression. Alright, what about at work? There's soulmates. There's soulmates at work. Alright, and surprises? You're gonna have rejection. Surprisingly, there's gonna be rejection, and you're no longer gonna be trapped. Alright, love life. You're loyal, but you have a heart fall. Hey baby, I'm doing YouTube live. I'll call you when it's done, okay?
Alright, bye.
Alright, bye. Alright, your best friend might call. Your role. Stop hoping. Why are you going to stop hoping? Because of possibilities. You're going to stop hoping because of possibilities. What do you mean possibilities? chasing thrills. You're going to stop hoping that there's a possibility that somebody will stop chasing thrills. Alright, and what's going to be the outcome? You're going to have bitterness. Jesus, have mercy. And karma. And these eclipses are considered very karmic. Why do you have sorrow at home? Because y'all are going through karma. Why do you have soulmates at work? Because of not wanting to keep secrets. So Spirit's working on a soulmate and you're not keeping secrets from this person. What are the secrets you're keeping? A confession about a past life. Maybe a confession about something you did in your past. Clarify the confession. Oh my God. Y'all, divine masculine and feminine just came out together, upside down, with stress in between them. There is a soulmate in your life that you've been keeping it a secret about, your telling them that you have a divine feminine masculine relationship, and this is causing stress. That just took a whole big fat turn, didn't it? And your judgment is not clouded about this either. You know exactly what you're talking about. That's why you're having so much karma at home. Why are they going to reject you? Because they're going to realize that your heart's not open. And they're going to be shocked when you set these boundaries with them and tell them, I'm not doing it all by myself anymore. It's time for something. What's it time for? Family came out in reverse. I want out of this family. It's not only you. And somebody likes to chase thrills, and you know they're not going to stop. This is going to make somebody extremely bitter, and they're not going to want to forgive you when they find this out. But you know what? It doesn't sound like there's a lot left anyway. I'm just saying. Well, maybe it's your somebody's thinking about you. Maybe it's your masculine and feminine side trying to balance them out. Could be stressing you out if you don't have a twin flame. Because I don't think everyone watching will. Some of you do. Not all of you. A lot of you do. Okay. So we see what is happening. I want to know a little bit more about this this wake-up call. Spirit, talk to me about the wake-up call. Show me how you're working in the wake-up call. Somebody has a beautiful face. Scorpio came out with death. This is meant to change you. This wake-up call is meant to help change you, to shape you, to give you the courage to stop fighting the end of an era, the end of something big. Death is the end, but it's not just the end, it's the beginning. The Lover's on the bottom of the deck in reverse. Which is like Spirit saying, I'm not going to give you a choice either. Alright, what's the energy to overcome? The World, once again. Ending. Something ending. There's something that's coming full circle, and you're going to have to allow this to happen. This ending. This is expansive. It's you allowing yourself to expand, to grow. Are you leaving? I love you. Thank you. It's allowing yourself, have a good night at work. It's allowing yourself to become your destiny. You've been fighting it. You got to stop fighting it. All right, what's going to pull it together? Oh, wow. Bad judgment and manipulation. Libra's here with Gemini. We have Taurus and we have Scorpio. And then on the bottom of the deck, we have Justice. So for some of you, this could even be something legal that someone tried to be manipulative. They could have done something. That could be this wake-up call. And they have to correct their mistakes, surprisingly. Because they could have, like, terminated you illegally or done something to you that was wrong. Somebody did you wrong big time and you're realizing how wrong they did you, and you're still fighting this change. Why are you fighting this change? Thank you so much for being here. Thank you for liking the video. Hello, is it Vignesh? Hey Knox, what's up? Shretha, what's up, baby? Hello, Nisha. You guys make sure that we put new people on the list. I love all of my faithful viewers that are here all the time, and I'll answer questions for them as well. But I want to make sure that people who are new here always get a chance to get their questions. We don't overlook new people. Alright. Why is death here? Why are we fighting fate? Don't fight it. Remember, I told you, don't fight it. Spirit wants you to let this change happen. Look, the Ten of Swords came out, collective. Something painful. Somebody could have ended up in traction. Could have had a neck or a head injury. Something going on with your neck, your head. You could have had some kind of surgery on your neck. That's some painful looking shit. This is deeply anguish. This is deep anguish. That's the death. Somebody could actually have died here. Clarify the Ten of Swords. Yeah. And didn't leave you in the will. It's like you lost everything here. You're having to lose everything. There could be an actual death. This wake-up call could be somebody dying. I'm not going to lie to you. For some of you. For some of you, it could just be a real painful ending of something you loved to do. Someone you loved. And it's caused you a lot of instability, whatever's happened here. And you have to just go with the flow through this. You have to go with the flow. There's a fiery climax approaching. The end is coming. You need to just meditate and contemplate. Alright, why is the world here? Because of the Eight of Cups in reverse and the Five of Cups. So, there's a need for healing. The energy for you to overcome is you're afraid of this change. You're afraid of walking away. Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio, Capricorn, Virgo, Taurus, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. We have Scorpio here twice. We have Taurus here twice. And then we have Capricorn, Virgo, Taurus again. This has been a very big misfortune. This ending is something that you were afraid would happen, and it did. It's one of those type things. Alright, and why is Judgment off up here? Because of strength in the Page of Cups. So what's going to pull it together is you realizing the truth about strength. Somebody could have an artificial limb here. Somebody could have been in a bad accident. Almost died. Or did die. This could be a friend of yours. Why is the Page of Cups here? Because of the King of Cups. This is somebody who you had feelings for, a lot of love for. They have a Leo placement and maybe a Scorpio. It could be any water placement. Cancer, Pisces, or Scorpio, but we have a strong Scorpio vibe here. We also have a Gemini and we have Libra. So what's going to pull it together is somebody being strong, surprising. I think it's somebody who has no control over their emotions. It's like you've lost control of your emotions, but you're trying to be strong. Have you ever felt like you were just devastated and didn't know how to pull your shit together, but you had to find a way? That's what's going on here. Why is the Magician here? It's because of unfulfilled achievement. So somebody lied to you about being able to take care of you. They were saying they were able to stand on their own 2 feet, but they couldn't. Why did they lie to you about that? Because they wanted to be in a relationship with you. They thought if they told you the truth, I think they thought you wouldn't want anything to do with them. The Hierophant's on the bottom of the deck, and somebody's been in denial. So this is a relationship with someone that is real. They're being real strong. They have feelings for someone who doesn't have feelings for them. And it's because they lied and told this person that they had money or that they had more security than what they actually had. So they could end up having a relationship with this person. What's the truth? You're soul searching about that. Judgment is clarifying judgment. What do you see when you soul search? An emperor who's very afraid and fill in the blank. Can you show me what fill in the blank might be? This could be your father or your dad or your stepdad, or I don't know why I said that. Because somebody gets public recognition, but they have way too many options to choose from. It's like you're recognized for something that's confusing as hell. Maybe for having too many options. Why is Justice on the bottom of the deck? This could definitely be legal. Because you have a lot of love for somebody, and it's just, there's no passion. Why is there no passion? Because of the setbacks and you being afraid of change. So this could even be an argument. Clarify that Ace of Wands again. 7 of Pentacles in reverse. It's like when I look back at everything I've put into this, I have not gotten out what I was hoping to. And this has ended up me being stuck in a shitstorm. Yeah, y'all could have had you could have had an argument. It could have been public too. And look, this has been heavy. How's the relationship going, the 2 of Cups? It's about to change. What's going to change? The King of Swords is here with the Hierophant. and somebody has lost their courage. They no longer want to be in this commitment. They no longer want to be a part of whatever contract they signed. They don't want to be a part of that. They're setting boundaries. Outcome of the boundaries they're setting. That's going to be what's so painful about it. And it's going to be a Queen of Wands. Could be a Leo here. There's a Gemini here. There's a Libra. This could involve something legal because of this contract. You've lost your courage when it comes to whatever you were thinking or doing with this person. There were lies told about money. This person loved you unconditionally. You're an emperor, you have one, and there's no, y'all are arguing about this publicly. I think your separation, you maybe, it happened publicly. Alright. So, what I see here is I see a couple people who aren't getting along at all. And I see one who has set boundaries with the other because of their manipulation and their lies and their bad judgment. And this caused this person a lot of pain. But this pain was not meant to destroy anybody. It was meant to change this person's money focus because they have lost everything. And the Ten of Pentacles is not just money. It's everything. It's your land, your home, your house, your kids, your savings. It's losing it all. Except what's dying. Somebody could be dying and they left you out of the will. I don't know why I keep saying that, but for someone that could be how it went down. And that's why you no longer want to be a part of this family, because maybe the family doesn't want you to be a part of them because of your own behavior. Like, surprisingly, you need to correct your mistakes and know you're good enough. You need a practical plan in your love life, and your hard work is paying off. There's going to be a new romantic cycle, and the answers you need are coming. What is this new romantic cycle? Can I see, please? What's the new romantic cycle? Your higher self needs to be activated. Clarify what you mean. You might need to love yourself. Yep. You need to love yourself and stop being so confrontational. You're getting triggered. You fight and argue with people over nothing because you get triggered so easily, and you're not practicing self-care. You need your higher self to get involved. And look, there's a Venus offer. What happens if your higher self gets involved? You'll finally get happiness, strength, and empowerment. And what will that look like? That unexpected storm that we keep seeing over here. Should clarify that. There's a new opportunity, but it's toxic as hell. You bought something new, or you're going to have something new, but it's toxic. It's a pattern. This new is a pattern with you. What's your pattern? You doubt yourself. What else? You lie when it comes to how you make your decisions. Or Are you going to change? You're going to make a Venus offer, and you're not going to be tempting or deceptive. Clarify the Venus offer. You're going to love yourself. All right, what else? You're not going to have a breakthrough when it comes to your ego. Why not? Because of your fear. Your ancestors and guides are helping you with your fear. And if they help you, what will happen? You'll stop being rejected and isolating and being unattracted or angry all the time. It's like you're pissed off because of rejection. Somehow you were rejected and now you have these thoughts. It's like you're... This is an Ace of Wands, again, upright though. Why is the Ace of Wands upright? Because you're going to finally realize your self-worth. Something is going to bring a spark to your life. A new, passionate beginning. And it's a Venus offer. And you're not going to have any deception in this offer. You're going to love yourself. And maybe you're going to have a breakthrough when it comes to your ego. But your guides and your ancestors are helping you overcome your fear. You're afraid. And you need to know you're good enough. Correct your mistakes. All you have to do is say you're sorry. And mean it. Not just say you're sorry, but change your behavior. You're going to stop isolating. You're going to stop feeling rejected. And you're going to feel this surge of energy come through you like a bolt of lightning that's going to help you know you are good enough. And then what might be your outcome? You're going to have confusion when it comes to abundance. Why are you going to have a confusion about abundance? Because you don't know how to tell the truth about what you've done. What have you done? Spirit said use another deck. You've been closed off for one thing. What has this person done, Spirit? They've done something. They need to correct their mistakes. What have they done? They were a thief. They were talking shit about how somebody's shine, their light, irritates my demons. So you were a thief and you were talking shit about somebody else having shine and how their light irritated your demons. And somebody has the inside scoop and knows this. Somebody has a dog. Somebody was a thief and they were talking shit about how beautiful your shine was and how much it irritated their demons. And you need to tell the truth. You were trying to steal somebody's money. And you need to tell the truth about your part in this. That you're a fucking thief who was talking shit. And somebody has the inside scoop. But you know what? This person's unfazed. Because they're a queen rising. And it's not going to be the same shit, but a different day for this person. How dare you? How dare you be a thief talking shit about somebody else's shine? And you're childish and you make excuses. answers that somebody needs are coming, and I think they may have just gotten some of them. Adjustments are required here. Where is this divine masculine? That Ten of Pentacles was determined to come back out. Where is this divine masculine? We saw we had them both here. There's a soulmate involved. Divine masculine is settling. What is he settling? He's settling because it's not time for separation. Where's divine feminine? She's recognizing or being recognized. What's connecting the two of you? Release and devotion. Clarify the release. Your tribe is here and no union because of that soulmate. Is there anything that can change this? Grief and purge. Let this person go. Release them. I think that's what's happening here. I don't think that it's that there will be no union. I think that you're releasing somebody from your tribe so you can have union. And there's going to be grief. And there's already been crying. Somebody's mask is coming off. And so there it is. There it is. There's the forgiveness. Somebody's mask is coming off. They're realizing they used to have big dreams, but they don't anymore. And they're at a crossroads. What's going to happen at this crossroads? They're no longer going to have a commitment. And there's a divine feminine here. Who is the divine feminine? I mean, why is there no commitment? Oh my God, look who just came out. Can you clarify who this is with no commitment? It's his fear causing him to have no commitment. What will he do? He's not feeling the vibes this winter. What do you mean he's not feeling the vibes? He's refocusing this summer. What is he seeing when he refocuses? That he's stuck and he's bound. He's devoted to being bound and stuck since the spring, and so at some point in his life. Y'all have been separated since the spring at some point because of his fear. And he needs to settle this situation. There's even age factors here. All right. Let's get some guidance, and then we're going to do Q&A. And I would like to see some new names on that list, please. Stop being a coward. You're ruthless and uncomfortable. You make excuses and you're childish, and you're going to stop being silent about manipulation. Damn it, boy. That's that shadow work. What's going on with the money here? Because I keep seeing the Ten of Pentacles in reverse. Somebody's a student. They're going to take a risk, and they're going to grow up. So somehow you're learning something. You're going to take a risk, and there's somebody growing up. And you're motivated. Anything else? Your spirituality is here. Your transportation is here. Having options is here. And not exploring. There's options you're not exploring when it comes to transportation because of your spirituality. What should you do? Science is in reverse, and it's undecided when it comes to a counselor in reverse. What's the outcome of undecided? The office is going to call because of somebody's health, and they're going to make an investment in Gaia. Don't be persistent. Outcome of your health. Oh, you're going to have a loss because of somebody who was unreliable. Anything else we need to know here? There's a mechanic and a crafter, and it's not time. Something's not beautiful. It's not time for what? Somebody might be working on crafts, and it's not time. You're unhappy. Will you be happy when it's time? You have a gift, and you'll get recognition and be on the right path. Or someone may give you a gift, and you'll get recognition and be on the right path. Your parenthood is a factor. All right. Guess we'll close there. We'll get guidance real quick. I'm not going to do much today. I think the guidance came out in the reading, to be quite frank with you. I am going to pull one of these. I'm going to ask Spirit to give me one card only, please. Don't forget forgiveness, perseverance, and loyalty. Thank you so much, Spirit. Huh. Interesting. Fairness and balance, page 18. Keeper of the scales. 38. Why did I say 18? That's number 4. Okay. Thank you all so much for being here. I appreciate you so much. All right. Number 38, Keeper of the Scales. The law of harmony is enacted when the Keeper of the Scales comes to you as an ally. Align with her, as the law states, making conscious choices that create balance in your life. When you do, you also magically align with the abundance of the universe and the powerful forces of synchronicity. This creates conditions and possibilities that lead to fulfillment in your highest intentions. Harmony begins with the self and then resonates outward to others. You're in harmony with yourself when you nurture yourself and love, respect, and accept, always fully taking responsibility for your actions. That goes perfectly with this reading. Only then can you be in harmony with others. This is because love is the central force that connects all of life and aligns you with like-minded others. Another message is restoration and the positive, fair resolution in all disputes, including those involving the legal system or other important exchanges. The Keeper of the Scales is a just and kind ally, always making sure balance is activated on your path. There could have been a death and someone could have lost a loved one. I'm going to read the bottom of the deck here. The Web Weaver, number 4, in reverse. And it says this. The Web Weaver warns you to address your behavior in all areas. Where are you being dishonest with others and with yourself? Are you fearful that you'll be left out in the cold and abandoned if you don't relinquish control? Your strand in the web is beautiful and unique, and you don't need to camouflage who you really are in order to manipulate results. And see, that's what this person was doing. They were wearing a mask. You're challenged to stand tall in your perfect imperfections. See yourself truly and allow the patterns of your life to be woven into the beauty meant for you and you alone. Keep in mind that if you do what you did, you'll get what you got. The web remembers everything. So do something different this time and watch a miracle. This applies to all your questions in this moment, for everything is connected. That could not have been more perfect. Spirit truly amazes me with the way that Spirit goes out on. There's these readings just amaze me always. What spiritual gifts are operating? You're manifesting. You're juggling. You're dealing with a lot at once. And the clouds. There's a message in the clouds. What else here? There's going to be a celebration. Alright, what else? Somehow there's a house involved. Your chakras are here. And infinity. That's infinite abundance. And look, you're going to also have a job. You're going to celebrate a house. You're manifesting the clouds. How are you manifesting clouds? Why are the clouds here? Because of feathers, a new beginning, and protection. And that's that transformation that's happening. So the 5D, you're gonna find feathers to let you know that you're in the right path. You're gonna be juggling a lot, and you're gonna celebrate something about a home, or there's a home and you're gonna celebrate. And there are the need for your chakras to be aligned, because that's how, especially if you have a twin flame, when your chakras are in alignment with the universe, they bring your chakras in alignment with that twin flame, and it attracts you to one another. And you're going to have infinite abundance. You're going to have a new beginning, and your new beginning is protected. You're going to have a change. There's something you're going to celebrate about home. Excuse me. Solar plexus blockage. Big time. Alright, I'm going to take a quick break, so stick it out with me. Hey everybody. Sorry I haven't been able to say hi more. Appreciate you guys. So good to have you all. Wow, look at all the comments. Hey Asha. I don't know what's going on. Thank you, Durgesh. I'll keep that in mind for sure. All right, let's get this list. Thank you, Kailash. Thank you. I'll be right back, okay? Fancy me, huh? I'm learning how to pin your comment to the bottom. Alright, it's depending on how things go. If you want to add someone else, you can. Thank you for putting Asha at the top. If Priya shows up, we can put her on there. You can add a couple more if you want. I'll be right back, okay, sweetheart? Thank you. And thank you for putting me some new people up there. I love all my people. I love you all, but sometimes we gotta let new people get questions. let you out when I finish my reading. You've been misbehaving a lot lately. A lot lately. Cosmo, he wants out so bad. I'm gonna let you out, but you gotta behave. Get in here, you gotta sit on my shoulder now. You gotta behave. I know he's coming in here to get him. He's gonna get involved. So I'm gonna go ahead and get prepared. If he gets on my head. Okay, who's first? Thank you for waiting. What steps do I need to take to achieve my goal in my love life and work? Okay. Whew. Okay. In your love life, the goals I would suggest that you take to achieve your goals are these. Goals, Holy Spirit. Goals, God of Asher, do. What would she need to change? What steps does she need to take to achieve the love life that she deserves? Playing games came out, Asha. No game playing, okay? No game playing. Whether that's from you or from somebody else, okay? No playing games. People have to be serious. And no trying to fix them. You can't fix somebody. If they're playing games, that's a red flag. Move on. Work on your past trauma and anxiety, okay? And don't tolerate abuse either. Don't tolerate abuse. That's your love life, okay? That's what I'm getting for you in your love life. Now, when it comes to money for Asha, what steps? Would Asha's God say she needs to take? What steps? Honest work came out. Asha. For some reason, honest work came out in reverse. So there's a sense of not doing honest work. Alright, what else? You could be working for someone who's not above board. You need to get a job with somebody who does honest work. You also need to use your gifts. Gifts, Asha. Somehow not doing honest work, using your gifts. And you're not making it work. What does she need to do to make it work? You need to be innovative. You will need to come up with a new strategy to keep plans in motion. Old ways are outdated. Invent, create, and test ideas. And there's a new life, but it came out in reverse. You may get a fresh start or be called to bring a new perspective to your old job. You may also get a tempting offer or a new place. Why is there no new life? You need to get innovative. You need to come up with some ideas. Education came out. I've seen teacher come out for you before. There's no freedom. It's like you lack the freedom to do what you want to do. I feel that you need to work on maybe getting your education or being a teacher somehow. Anything out of this deck. Asha, there's going to be a shift when it comes to your legacy. And where you haven't had those new gifts activated, if you'll activate those new gifts, you'll take off. And there's beauty here. And look, there's a windfall, but it's in reverse. Why is her windfall in reverse? Because you need to come up with a new idea when it comes to retail. You need to be inspired when it comes to either buying or selling something, maybe online, using your gifts, and you'll be in leadership if you do this. That's what I got for you, baby. I hope that helps you. Not the first time I've seen teacher or education come out for you. Alright. Is it Christina? Thank you, Asher. I'm really tired, y'all. I'm sorry. And I didn't get tired until I started preparing for the reading. I think it's I'm channeling someone's exhaustion. Someone is so exhausted. Nisha, go ahead. Are you tired, baby? I'm sorry. If Christina posts, I'll answer hers, but we're going to move on to Nisha for now. Thank you, Nisha. Oh, what's your question, baby? Okay. What is Shumant? I'm just going to say Shumant. What is Shumant's deep thoughts and feelings for me? Let's answer that one first, okay? What are Shumant's deep thoughts and feelings? Show me his deep thoughts, please. I'll get you, Christine, in just a minute. Show me the deep thoughts. May I see his deep thoughts? His thoughts are that he's single, lonely, and solitary. Or that you are. That's his deep thoughts for you. What are his deep feelings? He feels like there's possibilities. Okay. He thinks that you're withdrawn, but he feels like there's possibilities. Alright, what is it that she needs to do to bring her love life back into alignment? If it's meant to be, what does she need to do to bring it back in? You need to stop feeling like love sucks and like it's too risky. And you need to be more secure. You need to have more self-esteem. You need to feel good about it. You need to know you're enough. You need to know you're enough, okay? And I'm going to give you some guidance now. May I have one card of guidance? I actually got 3, and that's okay. I'm going to read them to you. Number 11, number 22, and number 15. Finch Spirit Guide. It's a good time to experiment with how to best care for your mind, body, and soul. It's not about being perfect. It's about finding what works best for you. You're in a phase of your life where giving back to yourself is important. Perhaps you've been sharing a lot of yourself with others, have come through a challenging time, or in the near future will be stepping up to share more soul fire than ever before. All that you need to know right now is that it's the right time to take special care of you. And then number 22, Free Spirit. When we have an active imagination, we can forget to use it for dreams and instead let it create nightmares. There's something that you've been worrying about. There's no need to torment yourself. Let go of any doubts, attitudes, or beliefs that are based in fear. They are not helpful, necessary, or accurate. Everything has a positive and loving purpose, even if we can't see or know what it is right away. You'll find a loving solution comes to you more easily and at the perfect time when you choose to avoid fearful thinking. Let yourself be free to feel positive about your future and know that everything is going to be okay. And then Hero, number 15. Believe that you are worthy of an amazing life. You do not need to feel guilty or hold yourself back to make anyone else feel comfortable. You don't need to be timid or uncertain, worrying that you're becoming too much for someone else or asking too much from the universe. Living a great life is not about competition with anyone else. Living a great life helps inspire others to do the same. It doesn't take anything away from anyone else. If your dreams both inspire and excite you, that's a good thing. Give yourself permission to go for it. Go after what you want with a happy heart. Okay? So have more confidence in yourself, and you will attract the right person. And I explained to you what you needed to look at in those areas of feeling like things are too risky and that they won't work out. Because he thinks there's a possibility that they will, what I'm seeing. He feels that. Let me ask that, though. How does he feel about this relationship working out? Like he can't escape it. And there's rejection. What's his plans to have this relationship work out again? He's not sure. He hasn't realized that. What will he realize? That he wants to be your friend, to have balance, harmony, and friendship, and stop being so silent and so frozen, so cold. He's almost at his breaking point. What happens when he hits his breaking point? Divine Feminine. No more abandoning Divine Feminine. Awesome, Christina. So glad to hear that, baby. All right. What's up, Slim Jim? I don't think Jesus and Muhammad would fight. They might team up and fight others, but not each other. You're welcome, Nisha. Alright, who's next? Angie, are you here, baby? Okay. How about Durgish? Durgish, are you here? Hello, Malikafin? Hello, Malikafin. Hello, Joanne. Alright. We're going to go ahead and move on to Manya. Are you here, Manya? Kailash, do you know her question? Okay, Christina, you would like to know how to activate your gifts, like your third eye. Who got some hard questions, baby? Okay. Oh, wow. Okay. Okay, Christina. The way you activate your third eye is you have to meditate and you have to focus your attention on your third eye, which is right here between your other two eyes. It's in the middle of your eyes, right here, right around this area. You meditate and you focus on that point. When you close your eyes, you should see light. You should see, at first, when you first begin to meditate, you'll see a very dim light, okay? And the more you meditate, the brighter that light will get. And you just ask Spirit to open that third eye. And if you ask Spirit to do that while you meditate and focus, you want to take all of your focus in your whole entire body and place it right here. And the way I do it is I start out by grounding myself. I ground myself and I imagine myself having a cord that runs from the bottom of my feet into the core of the earth, and I get it tied to the core of the earth, so I'm grounded, okay? And then I put all my focus in my root chakra, and I focus on opening my root chakra with all the focus I can muster up. I focus on just my root, just on my stability, okay? And then when I'm comfortable, I move up to my sacral chakra, and I do the same thing there. And your sacral chakra is where your sex organs are, where your intestines are. And then you move up to your solar plexus, and you do the same thing there. And then you move up to your heart, and then you move up to your throat, and then you move up to your third eye, and then you move up to your crown, which is right above your head. And you ask Spirit to open each one of these while you intentionally focus all your energy on that spot. Now, you can also use specific tones or sounds. You can, what's it called? You can do that. What do they call that? Each chakra spins in a certain direction. Some of them spin clockwise, some of them spin counterclockwise. You really need to get a book on chakras and how they work. Okay? I was self-taught because I spent a lot of time in meditation. And also having a singing bowl helps because it will put you in the vibe and you can hear the crackles. If that chakra is not clear, the bowl will make crackling sounds. And when it stops crackling, that chakra is clear and you can move to the next. There's a lot of ways to do it. But you also, there's certain frequencies that you can listen to, and they have them on YouTube. Just be careful what you listen to, because I used to listen to them when I was going to sleep at night, and I heard somebody say something, and it woke me up, and I rewound the video, and somebody was subliminally trying to put messages into my head. So be careful what you allow into your mind on YouTube. No matter who it is, whether it be me, you need to be careful who you trust on YouTube. And there are some very reputable people. That guru from India, his name starts with an S. I actually used a video. They took it down. But there used to be a video on YouTube where he taught how to open all of your chakras at once. And he said, take your hands and put them on your chest. And you make a noise and it sounds like home, 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 home. And it seems silly when you're doing it. but it takes less than 10 minutes. And if you do that, you have to do it so hard and so strong that you can feel your chest bone, your breastbone vibrating while you're saying those, chanting, home, 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 like that. Boom. My from here up was numb. I felt it when it opened. I've been looking for that video ever since, and I wish to God I could find it again. It was the most powerful thing I've ever experienced. But I trust him, and I think that he's a good one to follow. I don't know how you say his name. Kailash, what's his name? Sander who? There's a lot of good people you can follow. That's right, biannual beats. That's good. Those are good. Just be careful whose you use. And it's also a process. And it's not a one-time thing. Like, you can open your third eye and it can close again. You have to keep meditating. You have to keep doing the same thing. You have to keep focusing on keeping yourself in alignment. What spiritual gifts are operating in her life right now, Spirit? Spirit says you're a phoenix rising. You're a phoenix rising. That's beautiful. And look, there's your third eye. So your third eye is opening. Keep rising. Keep rising from the ashes. You're coming up from the ashes. You've had a hard time in life in some way. And Spirit wants you to rise from the ashes. Maybe you haven't had a hard time. Maybe you're just rising from the ashes of the old you to the new you. And you are going to have a third eye awakening. And I want you to come back and tell me about it. Can you give me a number for how many spirit guides she has? Oh my God, y'all. Spirit ain't no joke. You see that? It says you have 30. And look, the Lovers is in reverse on the bottom of the deck. Girl, get out of here. Spirit ain't joking with you. I'm just kidding. Thank you for letting me read for you. Okay, you wanted a message from your loved one who's crossed over. But I'm going to tell you right now, I will do that for you. I'll be glad to do that for you. But I can't do it today. I'm too tired and it can make me sick. Because when someone channels through me from the other side, it takes a lot out of me. Like, it can drain me for literally days. I have to prepare for that kind of thing. And I'm too exhausted to do that right now. So I hope you can respect that and come back and ask me again. And hopefully I'll be more prepared. Okay? But yes, your loved one does have a message for you. The one that you lost in 2020. They do have a message for you. I keep getting the letter D. I don't know what that means or what that stands for, but I'm getting the letter D, 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 over and over again. You okay, Christina? What's going on, Christina? Hey, Peter. Thank you for following. Love you. Appreciate you. What's going on, Christina? Talk to me. What's up, baby? Did the letter G have a meaning for you? You're welcome, Christina. You're welcome. Peter, if you haven't eaten in 2 days, why do you need $100? I suggest you find a soup kitchen somewhere where they give out free meals. I'm not being funny either, because I've lived in a homeless shelter, and I know what it's like to be hungry. I wish I had $100 to give you, but I don't, sweetheart. If I did, I would certainly help you with groceries. Alright, thank you guys for being here. I appreciate all of you participating, for showing your love. Can I get some dice, Spirit? Talk to me for this collector. The sun is here with Virgo. The sun would not be in Virgo, would it? CKTMFAQ number 12. MCE Gemini, the moon, number 10. QIJG. C. GQCF RNR, the moon, number 3. Gemini again. I'm going to go one more time. LMQ Aquarius, WOMM, the sun, number 9. One more time, Spirit said. XU, the sun, number 10. Leo, NICNN. A lot of N's in that one. N again. Oh my gosh. Alright, you guys. I hope you have a wonderful week. I enjoyed reading for you all. I enjoyed getting to talk to some of you. I'm sorry I don't get to talk to you more. It's a shame that so many of you haven't eaten in so long. I'm sorry about your loss. Hey, Mystic Man. I wish there was something I could do to help you. I really do. If you lived next door, I'd feed you. Awesome, Nisha. Spirit, can you please help those who are claiming to be hungry on this channel to get what they need? How can we not F ourselves? How can we not F ourselves in the coming week on this channel? Some of us are not being kind. Some of us need to come out of denial. And some of us are not getting enough sleep and rest. Alright, what else? Let go of your doubts. Stop doubting. And get some exercise. You have special gifts. Never surrender to normal. Alright, anything else? See the beauty in the world and know you are charming. You're not overcoming the obstacles. You need to have the willpower and the strength to overcome obstacles. Okay? Alright, you guys. Take care. God bless. Namaste. Mwah. Thank you for your help, Kailash. Thank you for all my new subscribers. I appreciate you guys. And thank you for those who hyped the video. I appreciate that a whole lot. Take care, okay? Bye-bye.